Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. Manchester United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 6 at Old Trafford. Manchester United at home loses 6-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. And where do I even start? Where do I even start? This result and performance stems all the way from the board, who was Ed Woodward, who's in charge, to the manager, who is not good enough to be at the club, period. He should not be anywhere near Manchester United. To the players who are performing well below the level that they can perform, who are making errors game after game but are still starting matches. Now let me go into the players. Let me get into the players and then I'll make my way up. You've got certain players like today. This result was the goals that we conceded. The first 3 goals that we conceded was one player had a common denominator of one player, Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, for the first goal, what was he doing? He headed the ball 3 times in the wrong place. 3 times he had an opportunity to clear the lines with his head. He did not do that. He then pulled Luke Shaw away from the ball when Luke Shaw was clearing the ball. That's what he done. And they go and they score. The second goal, Harry Maguire should be on top of Harry Kane, preventing Harry Kane from taking the free kick quickly. Harry Maguire does not do that. As a result of that, Harry Maguire is out of position. There is space behind him because he vacated his position, and Kane chips it into that area for Son. The third goal, had they crossed the ball through. They crossed the ball through Harry Maguire's legs. Through his legs. Now that is unacceptable. Through his legs they crossed the ball. He's in a position where he's not supposed to. He is not a left back. He is in the left back position. Luke Shaw is in the centre back position. Luke Shaw does not do the job of a centre back. Harry Maguire does not want to even be there because he's in the wrong position. He's not a left back. They cross the ball through his legs and they score. Harry Maguire is an 85 million defender who some of our pundits said we needed this guy. They said that Harry Maguire would have the same impact that Virgil van Dijk had at Liverpool. That's what they said. Now those same pundits don't know where to put their face. Those same pundits are saying Harry Maguire needs to go out on a holiday. He mustn't go out the squad. He mustn't get bent. No, he needs to go out on a holiday. On a holiday? You were the same guy that was saying we need Harry Maguire. These pundits were saying Harry Maguire is a leader. What leader is Harry Maguire? He hasn't shown one characteristic of leadership. How can Harry Maguire be our captain? He has won nothing in the game. How can he captain someone like Paul Pogba? Paul Pogba with everything that he has won. Huh? He won a World Cup. He won titles in Serie A. He was in the Ballon d'Or, top 5 Ballon d'Or at Juventus. He made it in the Ballon d'Or team of the year. Harry Maguire is telling Paul Pogba what to do as a captain. You are kidding me. You are kidding me. He should be nowhere near captaincy at Manchester United. Ole Gunnar made that man captain. He's the most expensive defender in the world. He's putting in performances like this. And this is not the first performance, guys. He's been performing like this from last season when he came. He's been performing like this. Remember when he was getting nutmegged in his own box? Remember that. Paul Pogba is out there giving nutmegs. Harry Maguire is getting nutmegs in his own box. And that's our captain. And that's an 85 million signing. Huh? I blame Oli for that. I blame Oli. Harry Maguire is a 50 million defender. 50 million defender. And okay, because of the British tax and the Premier League tax that you need to pay, because obviously if you buy a player from the Premier League, he doesn't need to adapt and so forth. So clubs will obviously charge you more and stuff. At most, we should have paid 60. City came into the bid. And City bidded 70 million. Leicester turned that down, and City said, we are not going to continue. That boy is not worth more money than that. We said, no, we will show we said, no, we will show our strength, and went 85 million for Harry Maguire. For a player that is not even world class. For a defender that is not even world class. You're breaking the record fee and he's not even world class. You're kidding me. You are kidding me. When I watched him at Leicester, I saw a good centre back. But not once did I see a centre back that has world class potential. Not once. I never even see a centre back that is top class. I never. And that is our captain. Continuously he makes mistakes. Happening from last season. That is Manchester United's captain, who we paid 85 million for, and I blame Oli for that. Because once Leicester rejected our bid of 70 something million, we should have pulled away. We should have pulled away. Oli should have went to Ed Woodward and them and said, has Leicester accepted or rejected? And when they said rejected, Oli should have said, don't put any more money on him, go and get Koulibaly, who is worth 85 million. Nevertheless, we got Harry Maguire. We still don't know what's our best partnership, because you saw Eric Bailly making mistakes today. Passing from the back this is what I want to understand. What is our system? What is our philosophy? Because as far as we can see as fans, we play counter-attacking football. If you play counter-attacking football, you do not pass out from the back. You do not pass out from the back. So just in that in and of itself is contradictory. That in and of itself tells you have a manager that does not know clearly what he wants to do. And so Eric Bailly, for one of the goals, passed out from the back. Passed out from the back. They intercepted, got the ball, Harry Kane ended up slotting it in. So we don't know what's our centre back pairing. And the performance today, I'm not surprised by it. I'm not surprised by it. It was coming. It was coming. We lost to Crystal Palace. Deservedly lost. They outplayed us at Old Trafford. When we played Brighton, they outplayed us. We were lucky to win that game. Oli even himself said we got away with one. We were lucky to win that game. The reason why we did not lose that game and we won that game was because Brighton do not have good players. And so they were hitting the ball how many times? But when you come up against a Tottenham, they got the same quality players that you have. Tottenham are not going to hit the ball. Tottenham are going to put it in the back of the net. We did not learn anything. We cannot see what Oli is doing in the training ground. And Mourinho was sacked for this. Mourinho was sacked because we could not see what Mourinho was doing on the training ground, and Mourinho was not getting the best out of his players. That's why we also never give Mourinho the money he wanted. Remember when Mourinho wanted another centre back and we did not buy him another centre back? Partially that was because he bought centre backs, and also he was not getting the best out of the players that he bought. Therefore, why must we give him more money? The same thing with Oli. Oli is not getting the best out of the players. The only good signing of Oli, the really good signing, was Bruno Fernandes. Everyone else, Wan-Bissaka, he was good last season. He was good the 3/4 of the season. When we came from Project Restart, Wan-Bissaka was poor. Wan-Bissaka still is poor right now. Harry Maguire has been poor from the time we bought him. Daniel James is a very poor player. Extremely poor player. And then you got Donny van de Beek, who Oli is not even playing. Not even playing. And I wonder what Oli told Donny van de Beek in the negotiation phase, because Donny van de Beek's agent is coming out and saying that why is he being used as a squad player? So I wonder if Oli told Donny van de Beek he's going to be a first 11 player. I wonder. So he is not getting the best out of his current players. Maguire is a good defender. He is not world class, but he is better than what he is showing right now. He is better. He was performing better at Leicester. Oli is not getting the best out of Maguire. Oli is currently not getting the best out of Wan-Bissaka. Not getting the best out of Victor Lindelof. Not getting the best certainly out of Paul Pogba. How can you play Paul Pogba in a CDM position? Paul Pogba is the best midfielder in the world when you're playing in his position, which is a box-to-box midfielder, number 8 midfielder. Paul Pogba is the only player from our attacking phase of the game that is a threat aerially. He's a threat aerially in the box. If you're whooping in crosses, Paul Pogba is the only player in our attacking phase of the game that can get his head on that cross. He gives us another dimension, another way of attacking. Only don't want that. Mason Greenwood can't hit. Anthony Martial can't hit. Marcus Rashford, Bruno can't hit. Paul Pogba is the only one that can hit. Yet he's not in the box. He is getting the ball from Maguire and the other centre back, playing as a CDM. Why is Manchester United playing as a CDM, playing two CDMs? Manchester United, supposedly the biggest club in England, playing the two holding midfielders. Are you kidding me? To the detriment of Paul Pogba. And then some of the fans want to judge Paul Pogba. Don't get me wrong, Paul Pogba performed poorly today, but like each and every player on that pitch performed poorly. And we are judging Paul Pogba, and he's been played out of position. I wonder if you put Marcus Rashford on the right wing, how will he perform? I wonder if you put Bruno Fernandes as a CDM, how will he perform? I wonder if you put Luke Shaw on the right and the right back position, how will he perform? That's what we are doing to Paul Pogba, and we're judging him based on him performing out of position. You look at our system, our style of play. What is it? Ole Gunnar is almost 2 years right now at Manchester United. We still don't have a system. We still don't have a style of play. We still don't know what we are doing on the ball and what we are doing off the ball. Off the ball, we don't know how to press. We've got no triggers for pressing. When you press, guys, when one player runs to press, there has to be the other players following him and closing up the gaps. Because all we do is one player will go press, like maybe Marcus Rashford will run and press the ball, or Bruno Fernandes will run and press the ball, and the other player stands still. So all the opposition does is pass it around the player that's pressing. And the player looks stupid. We don't know how to press, therefore we don't know what to do off the ball. No one has a clue what to do off the ball. There's no intensity off the ball. Nothing. When we get the ball, we don't know what to do. That's why Jose Mourinho always said, I'm going to give Manchester United something they don't want. What don't we want? We don't want the ball. United don't know what to do with the ball. We don't know where to pass it to. We don't know who to pass it to. We don't know our midfielders, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, Matic. They don't know. When they get the ball, they don't know if Marcus Rashford is running in behind or if Marcus Rashford is making an inward run. They don't know that. No one has a clue what to do on the ball. There's no patterns in our play. There's no triangles that we are creating. Nothing. We still cannot play football, and Oli is there almost 2 years and we still cannot play football. And when you look at a team like Leeds, did you see the football Leeds are playing? So you tell me, almost 2 years and we still don't have a style of play. We still don't have a system. We still can't play football. Almost 2 years. And then you wonder why Ed Woodward and them are not backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the transfer market. He's not getting the best out of his players. And he has not implemented any style of play. Any style of play. We don't know what they are doing on the training ground. Today, Tottenham, let me also talk about the sending off. The sending off was an injustice. And the FA really need to look at their referees and their VAR system because it is atrocious. It is atrocious from the handball decision. You tell me a handball decision. Off topic, a handball decision. The player got his hands like this the player can be looking like this away and his hand can be here. He's not even looking at the ball or at his hand, and the ball hits his hand and it's a handball. How can that be? So that means the skillful players can trip a ball into a player's hand and it's a handball. Handball decision is atrocious. The FA need to correct that. Then the VAR system. Why do we have VAR when we are still getting decisions wrong? Us at home, we are the untrained eye. We did not study this team. We can see whether decisions are right or wrong. The referees in the VAR cannot do that. The Anthony Martial decision should have never been a red card. That he retaliated. But Eric Lamela started that. He's the one that initiated That response from Anthony Martial. He put his arm almost by Anthony Martial's neck or by his face in between there. And then Anthony Martial slapped him. But that was Eric Lamela that started it. So the referee rightly supposed to give them both yellow cards or both red cards, not only Anthony Martial. That was a wrong decision. But let's put that one side. The red card was an injustice. Let's put that one side. Tottenham was still 2-1 at that time. Tottenham were beating us 2-1 and they were much better than us in the game at that moment. Tottenham clearly came out with a plan and with tactics. You could clearly see Jose Mourinho told his players what to do, how to do it, when to do it. They knew exactly. They knew when to press us. They knew when to lay back. They knew how to hit on the counter-attacks. They were targeting Harry Maguire. How can they target an 85 million defender? The world's most expensive defender, Tottenham are targeting him. What does that tell you? He's not good enough, that boy. So that's what they done. They came out with a clear plan. Manchester United, we never have a plan, guys. Let's face it. Our manager never sets us up tactically. Never ever. Never ever do we have a plan on how we're going to break down this team or how we're going to expose this team's weaknesses. Never ever. It's always just put the best players out there and let them do what they want to do. Do what they want to do. That's why Paul Pogba sometimes he runs back with intensity, sometimes he's jogging back. Do what you want to do, Paul Pogba. Luke Shaw, sometimes he's attacking, sometimes he doesn't go past the halfway line. Do what you want to do. It's freestyle football. No tactics, no plans. Freestyle football, relying on players' individual moments. And relying on penalties. And that's why I said, last season I said, this is not sustainable. We can't be happy when we are winning each and every game last season towards the end with penalties. I said, you can't be happy for that, guys. It is not sustainable. A system and a style of play is sustainable. But this hoping that players turn up and produce individual brilliance is not sustainable. But that is what is going on at Manchester United because we got a lack of coaching and our manager is so poor. So this result did not shock me. The performance did not shock me. It was coming. Oli has had massive luck. Last season, Oli has had massive luck with the penalties that we were getting. Massive luck. You can't have luck throughout your whole life. The luck will run out. And guess what? It has run out on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And now we are seeing what most of us saw, that this man is not good enough to be a Manchester United manager. So, and there's going to be more of these results, guys, because this was damaging to the players' morale. Damaging to the players' morale. I don't know how the players picked themselves up. I can't tell you how they picked themselves up from this. I can't tell you. I don't even trust Oli and his coaching staff to pick the players up because they don't know what they're doing. They have no clue what they were doing. So this is damaging to the morale of the club, guys. Damaging to the morale of the players. Damaging. The transfer window ends soon. Apparently we have signed Edison Cavani and we're signing Alex Telles. I'm hoping for Sancho. I don't know if we're gonna sign Sancho. I'm hoping for Sancho, but I can understand. No, I don't even say I understand. I don't think the board really trusts Oli. I don't think they trust Oli. If they trusted Oli, they would back him properly. I don't think they really trust Oli. But that's why we need a DOF, because a DOF signs players, not managers. So whether you are planning to sack the manager in 2 months' time, you can still sign players because the DOF and the club signs players. We don't have a DOF. We don't know what we are doing. Therefore, the manager comes and says what players he wants. And that should never be the case. We need to sign Sancho irrespective of who's going to be the manager towards the end of the season. Irrespective, Sancho walks into every team in the world. Most teams in the world, let me say most teams in the world, Sancho walks into them. Sancho certainly walks into Manchester United. We need a right winger. So, there's more of these performances and there's more of these results to come. There's much more. Buckle your seatbelts. I'm forewarning you that it's downhill for Manchester United because of the structure of the club and it filters down to the manager. A manager that cannot set us up tactically, has no tactics, has no approaches to the game. He approaches each and every game the same, just puts the players out there and hope they perform and hopes we get a penalty. I'm fuming. I'm furious. I'm furious. I don't even know what to say. But I'll see you for the next match preview of whoever we are versing. I'll see you for that game. And I hope we can win. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't expect us to win because it's downhill from here, guys. Let us hope that we do some business. Let us hope that we can sign Sancho. I'm hoping that we can sign Sancho. I'll see you later. That is all.